All right, so this morning you guys did the trade discount. Today I'm going to show you this hour now, I'm going to show you an alternative to solving the same problem. Okay? So on page 520, this section for 14.2 is now going to be the trade discount complement method. Complement method does not mean, oh, Colton, you have a nice suit on today. Or, Brandon, you look great today. That's not a compliment for when we're dealing with our stuff.
No, but it's the truth.
Okay. So, compliment means if I pay 80%, then you pay 20%. Or if I, right? Just your head. Or if I pay 60%, you pay 40%. That's a compliment. A compliment is out of 100%. So, here's what they're going to have you doing for this particular part of it. It says the complement method is another way of calculating it. When you receive a trade discount, you subtract the discount rate from 100. And then we have net price is equal to the list price times the complement of the trade discount rate. Okay? And again, in order to get that complement, all you're going to do is take 100% minus whatever they are willing to pay. So if it says that the trade discount rate is 30%, then you are paying how much? 70%. Right. So for that particular thing, then what you do is you look at that as a percent paid. Is that yours? Okay, you're looking at it as a percent paid is what they kind of call it, which they then change this into percent paid. Instead of writing it as the complement of all that stuff, they write it as percent paid times by the list price. Again, in order to find that, you take 100 minus whatever they are going to pay for. So number 1 says the list price of paint is $24. The trade discount rate is 30%. So if the trade discount rate is 30%, how much are you going to pay? 70%. So you take 24 times 0.7, and how much is that? $16.80, and that's number 1. Number 2 has $34.50 for glue. And the trade discount rate is 25%. So what's the complement of 25%? Times it by 0.75. And how much money is it? $25.88. And you're done. What do you think?
I think you picked a good time to give us this.
Okay, so when you look at 5 through 8 on the chart on page 521, the first part for part A, it just wants you to give me the complement, which means this. If it says the trade discount rate is 15%, then that means how much are you responsible for?
95.
Try again.
85.
85%. That's part B, or part A. Then you take the $360 and times it by 85%, and that should give you the list price. You do the same thing for 5 through 10. And on the next page, on number 11, you're also doing that same thing. Here's the one thing about number 11, though. On number 11, it says they want the net per item. So when it says the list price for white paint is $18.25 and the discount is 38%. 38%, what's the complement of that? 62. So what you do is you take 18.25 times by 0.62, and that gives you the net per item. And then it goes on to say that we need 36 white paints. So then what you do is you take 36 times what you got for the net per item, and that is your total for that particular part.
And the same for 12?
If you had to go that far, yes.
Can we just do 12 too?
You want to do 12?
Shut up. Shut up.
Okay, so anyway, we'll go 521 to 522. Skip 3 and 4.